Welcome, everybody. We are live here on Trackside Racing Network, back once again for some Red Sox Racing Series, Summer Series live action here. And we got a very, 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 very special guest. Trust me, when I say a special guest, this guy knows racing. It is an honor to actually be able to do this with him. I've been waiting on this, hopefully, for a while now. Paul Gibson, literally the champion of everything that we do in Red Sox. He's always on top. Paul, welcome to the booth, man.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me. This is cool.
Yeah, a little bit different. You're not into carding out because you're actually on vacation. Hope your vacation is going well. GT4 racing, man. These GT4s, they're going to be fun. You got some teammates out there you're going to be watching, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've got some teammates out there that are everyone's in the same class and we're all together, so that'll be fun. We've got a couple guys that are really, really fast in GT4 cars, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they do tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure that you're kind of interested in watching this. I know that you are on vacation, but you'll be back in the car, I'm guessing, next week. And
Yep.
Man, you're going to be out here watching to see who you're going to be competing against. I'm sure that you're seeing a lot of names that you normally don't see because we run multi-class. So you're seeing some names on top that's a little bit different. I'm sure you're going to be watching them.
Yeah, I can think at least within our small team here, two names come to mind when it comes to GT4s with our past experience, and that's Alex and Cam. Both those guys, they're really quick in GT4, and I expect that Colin and Nikhil will be right there as well. So we'll see. It's actually pretty cool to see Trent right up there in the top 6. So. Good for him, too. I know he's in the BMW. Most everyone else is in the Porsche, so.
For sure on that one, man.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to this, though. I think it's going to be fun.
I think this will be very cool. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I know that you was the GT4 champion last season. You've literally been that champion. You've been the LMP2 champion as well. So let me go ahead. I'm going to skip ahead a few weeks now. If we do go back to multi-class racing, or are you planning on running the same class, maybe, or are you still waiting?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll just see what the league decides to do. I'm good with whatever. So, I enjoyed the multi-class stuff, but honestly, I'm really looking forward to just kind of everyone being back in the same class where, it's, you got 20, 25 cars all running together.
Yeah, I like the same class stuff. I'm going to be honest. Like, I know the multi-class is different. A lot of leagues really don't do that too much anymore. I love the multi-class, but there's something about with the talent that's in this league, it's tough to win a championship if everybody's in the same class.
Yeah,
that's the way
I look at it. It sure is.
So,
yep.
So, like I said, how many teammates you got running tonight? Do you know?
Let me look at the ticker here.
Quite a few.
We at least got 5 or 6 in there.
Right.
So let me count it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I hope I just disconnect. I may have just disconnected. We may have to load back in. And if so, ain't no big deal.
It looks like it's not working.
Yep. Nope, we just lost connection.
Nope.
Hold on. I got to load back in. Yeah, there it goes.
Okay.
So don't worry, guys. We'll be right back in there. I don't know why I did that. It does that sometimes.
It lost connection to iRacing.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. It's kind of strange. To be honest, dude, I don't know, really why.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. I just realized I was not direct connected, so that may have been why. So we'll get back in there and get ready to go. No biggie. Welcome to broadcast, Paul.
Yeah.
Welcome to broadcast.
Half the people that watching don't see all the chaos behind the scenes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Trying to put something together like this.
Man, I've done it now for like 4.5 years, and it's just like as soon as something happens, I automatically know what it is. When I first started, it's happened before. Used to, when I first started, I'm like, what's going on? I thought my whole computer broke and everything one time, and I'm just like, what is going on? But you learn. It's just small things.
Yep.
Stupid, but I don't know, man. Looking forward to this season, though. Red Sox, of course, like I said, Mid-Ohio here tonight. What's these drivers going to be facing here, dude? It's a fun track, but it is a tough one.
Yeah, I think probably the biggest thing, I think it would at least be for me, is we're coming from cars with a little bit more power. Well, a lot bit more power, way more downforce, and a lot more tire. So the biggest, if it were me, the biggest adjustment for me would just be like, okay, get used to driving a car that's going to be sliding around slower. Basically just not overdriving everywhere. Get used to what fast is in a GT4 versus, a P2. Would be the biggest change. There's definitely some laps to reacclimate yourself to.
Yeah,
to a GT4.
I'm kind of interested to see what the McLaren will do in this class.
Yeah,
I'm not real sure, but man, I am looking forward to it because a lot of guys in here tonight is driving the Porsche, I believe.
Yep.
BMW right now with David Shutt on top of the board, but a lot of Porsches in here. There's a few McLarens as well, it looks like. So we'll see how they kind of perform. I'm sure you're going to be watching that. I mean, each class, for people that don't know, it does have your advantage per car. I mean, there is an advantage.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know before the build, or this last build, the Porsche was kind of the preferred car.
Yeah.
But I think they added 15 kilograms to it with this last build, so maybe that'll bring it back a little bit more to the BMW and the McLaren. And I don't have the McLaren. I've never driven it, so I really don't know what it is like, actually.
For sure. So we are starting to grid up. David Shutt is going to be on the pole. I don't think that's much of a surprise really to too many people, but I guess it could be in a way. There's a lot of good people in here. Cameron Bidwell, that's your teammate. That's somebody to really watch.
That's somebody to watch for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he knows how to race. Alex LaRose, I believe, your teammate too, correct?
Yep. Alex is also. Yep. And he'll be one to watch as well. Yep.
So a lot of guys actually got a lot of teammates right there inside the top 10. So we'll see how that goes. Of course, you battled one of them teammates last season for the championship, Nikhil. Ninth in this one, but don't know how long he'll stay there. But there's some really good people right there inside the top 10.
Yeah, I see that, and I actually see is that a McLaren in fifth with?
That is a Porsche in fifth. The first McLaren will be seventh with
seventh.
Taylor.
Yep, that's seventh.
Right
yep,
there you go.
Oh well, that's if the McLaren is slow, Mitch
he'll make it faster.
Yeah,
he'll make it faster. I'm not gonna lie, that McLaren does look really good though. Like it does
look
nice
good.
Looking car, yeah, it's a nice looking car. Like I don't know. I mean, the Porsche, you gotta like the Porsche. Of course, the BMW is great. I don't know. There's something about that McLaren I kind of like. It's the first time I've seen it actually on track too, so looking forward to that. But we'll see how David Shutt does. He's going to be up front alongside Brian in that 171. Stroudbeck right there in the look like a Cleveland Browns paint scheme. Oh gosh, don't know how well that'll work out. We'll see. We'll see how that'll work out for him.
He's gonna go 0-16,
I think. Oh gosh. Let me ask you a question before we get started because we're getting ready to go here for the green flag. Would you start on the back stretch as you guys will probably see right here? Do you got to be easy on this first lap because cold tires, especially where you start out?
With the GT4s, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. They kind of come back to you after a couple laps. Oh, they're going.
Sure. Green flag is out. Summer Series underway. Side by side right now will be Cameron Bidwell and Brian as well. Bidwell going to take that second spot away. And that PG, never mind. Thought he was going to take it away. We got a big wreck in the back
there. Yep.
Looked like Todd Chase. No, that was Keto Stryker and Gary Mueller had some issues. A little bit further back, you see, that tire is completely. I forgot they had a damage model on these.
Yeah, I was going to say, that one's very broken. Yep.
And so that car, here's you a replay of that wreck real quick. Well, there you go.
Oh, something happened in front of him.
Nowhere, yeah. Keto Stryker, some hard wreck there. But there we go. Back up front, it looks like David Shutt is still in the lead. Gary Mueller, the ticker hasn't changed just because where they wrecked on the first lap, so the ticker has not changed yet over to that. But you do see David right there leading the way. What turn on this track do you really focus on? I feel like turn 2 where you start coming up that little elevation, changing that right. I think it's not the keyhole, but it's right there after it.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember the name of the turn. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's like turn 2, but is there a certain turn that you focus on as a driver? It is the keyhole, by the way.
Yeah, coming off the hairpin for sure. Yeah, coming off the keyhole.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, just getting a good exit there because that exit comes up quicker than the edge of the track comes up quicker than it looks like it does, because the track falls off as you power out of that corner.
So it looks like,
Alex
LaRose is in third. Trent Brown Bidwell actually fell back.
Yeah, Trent's up to fourth.
Yeah,
Trent's up to fourth.
So you see him right there coming at your screen in the number 7 car right there, that orange and white car up to P4 right now.
Very good.
That's a
it looks like David's maybe starting to stretch it out just a little bit.
Yeah, David out to about a 6/10 lead right now. So we do have to pit in this as well. We always make one pit stop at the Red Sox Racing Series. You know that. Is that something you try to race plan around? Strategy-wise, or does it really depend where you are in the field? I mean, how does that work out for you? I know you can't say too much, but you know.
Yeah, usually I try to have the least amount of my fuel in my. Oh, we got something else going on here.
Les Turner has had an issue.
Yeah, someone else is off there too.
Les has went around. See if we can get another replay of this. Here's what happened to the driver of the 01 car.
Did he get a little curb? Oh no, just
snapped around.
Spun.
That's the McLaren as well. Let's see. All right, now back to your original question I asked you about pit road.
Yep. Yeah. So I usually try to have the least amount of fuel in my car as possible.
Right.
Yep. So at any time, under a certain amount of fuel is going to be faster. But a lot of that just depends on traffic too. Like if you're stuck in traffic and it's hard to pass, then maybe you want to pit early and then try to run some hot laps after that to leapfrog them in the pits.
Right there in front of Mitch Heller, you see that blue car, PG-13. Colin Weatherholder,
sure
another good driver, very good driver, LMP2 champion, won by 1 point, which was a wild points battle, by the way.
Yeah.
That was about as close as you could get it. So congratulations to him. I think PG-13, if I'm not mistaken, won, 2 championships last season in the multi-class?
Yep.
You won the GT4, then Weatherholt won the LMP2, so, and then we're riding on board with the guy that won the GT E Series, or championship, so pretty interesting there. Man, I know this summer series is going to be fun, because we get to see all the champions in one class. That to me is going to make things very exciting.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So, and you got to kind of like it as a driver too, because you want to see if you're the best of these guys. Let's be honest.
Yep. And it's a championship too.
Yeah.
So, you gotta take into account running for points instead of just trying to get race wins too. So you got to be smart about it. I think there's only one throwout this season,
so,
right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. I'm using it this week.
Yeah, you're using it this week. I thought I seen a slow car there, but you do see David Shutt and Brian Straubach. Both of them guys just put down their fastest lap. Of the race goes to Brian in that 171. Now,
I see Alex LaRose coming back up there into third. Looks like they're kind of gap fourth place, so it looks like kind of a 3-car race at the moment,
we also had another wreck. Not Todd Chase, but it looks like...
that's one of our guys.
Yeah, it was
or one
Matthew,
of the PG-13 guys. That looks like...
Yep, there he is.
Yep, okay.
I love that paint, by the way.
Yeah, that's nice. Matt does a really nice job on our paints.
Oh, he's the one that does the paints?
He does all our paints, yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. He got some of the curve right there.
Yep.
So, in turn 1, that's one thing I've noticed. I noticed this in practice the other night, because I came here and watched some practice. One thing I noticed was guys really attacking turn 1. Like, some guys will even cut over the curve right there. You got to be careful, because you will get a slowdown penalty. But, man, I mean, it's tough. Like, the way you guys attack at it, you would not think you'd be able to. I mean, it's pretty impressive. A lot of guys really aggressive in turn 1.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that the Matt spun the BMW out there.
Yeah.
The BMW is usually a lot better over the bumps than the Porsche. I'd say with the Porsche, you probably just best to stay away from that curve.
Right. And then you see the 171 of Brian and that Porsche staying away from it. He's like, I ain't touching it. He knows better. Real quick, got to give a shout out to the co-broadcaster to Todd's gaming page Porsche. He's up to 18th right now. Good for him. He's just in here trying to get learning experience. He'll tell you flat out, he just wants to finish and he'll be happy. But I will say the amount of practice that guy has put in, getting ready for this race. Like, I've watched him. He has put in so much practice. I'm talking hundreds of laps just trying to learn this track. Because he's not a road racer. Like, he does the oval stuff and dirt stuff.
Yep.
So, it's good to see that. There is Nikhil Kopker, by the way.
There he is.
Chased you for that championship. Boy, y'all had a good battle, though, last year.
That was a really good battle.
Yeah, a few good races.
It looks like there's Trent right in front of him, too. Yep.
It is.
So they're running 7th and 8th.
Look at you. Got Alex, Cameron, Colin, Trent, and Nikhil. We just had a wreck, by the way. David Barry has went around.
Nope.
Maybe make
looks like they might have banged doors there, yeah.
So here's what happened to the 14. Oh, he got a little loose.
Oh, he got a little loose. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm not sure who that was. It looked like it was Mark Wilson. And that's another guy that, honestly, you've raced against. Wilson, usually a pretty fast car. He's in a McLaren, this, at least for this race anyway.
Yep.
We'll see what he can do. He's done pretty good. You know, we just had another wreck. Todd Chase went around. He is back on track rolling, but he just went around. One thing about this series, Paul, and you know it as well as anybody because it happens to everybody at least once in the season, the off-tracks can cost you championships.
They sure can. Yep.
You get an X, you don't get the bonus point, and that bonus point, man, that's pretty big to have towards the end of the season. We've seen that last year.
That's a big difference maker at the end of the year, and that's kind of one of those things where you gotta keep the championship in mind.
For sure.
You know, when you're thinking about points, because the last thing you want to do is pull points away from a top 3 finish. If you got to get 10 or 12 off tracks to get there, maybe it's better to finish one more spot back and get those bonus points for no incidents. So
yeah, if you think about it,
definitely have to keep that in mind. Yep.
If you think about this season, I mean, 6 races. If you have an off track every race, that's killer as far as points go.
Yep, that's 6 points. Yep.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. That can cost you that easily. Good battle right here for the top spot. The top 3 cars.
It's starting to look like the Porsches are coming to the BMW.
Right. Yeah, you are right.
They're kind of ganging up on them a little bit now. Yep.
See, this right here is a good for you because you're sitting here watching it, learning a little bit. Like, hey,
I'm starting to. I've definitely taken notes.
And David Shutt is no slouch in anything he drives.
No, he is not.
So, the man can race about anything. So.
Yep.
When he starts coming back to you, that may, help you a little bit. Maybe learn something. I love that paint that's on that car, though. It looks good.
It does.
A little bit different anyway. But, yeah, it's really interesting. Do you, in your mind, does the Porsches turn better? Do they have better straight line speed? I mean, I'm sure the BMW is probably faster in a straight line, correct?
Yeah, BMW is definitely faster in a straight line. Right. I think that gap has maybe narrowed a little bit since the first couple builds with that car in GT4. It used to just really stretch its legs down straight away.
Okay.
I think they might have backed it off a little bit, but the Porsche definitely feels like it turns better, but it's also a lot easier to drive in too deep and scrub a lot of speed.
I got you.
So the BMW is kind of more like the drive it 90%, and you can tackle some curbs and stuff with it and cut distance more with that car, whereas the Porsche is you kind of stay off the bumps and the curbs is a little bit more, but it carries just a little bit more corner speed.
Brian
so
right there
in the end, they're pretty darn close. Let's just kind of drive them a little differently.
Brian right here behind he's going to say, I'm going to show you why Cleveland's #1. He's trying to do it right now. I mean, he's going to show why the dog pound is going to be on top.
Yep.
That's the first time they'll ever be first if he gets it. But we'll see. I have to take a shot at it, man. I have to do it.
Yeah. I see Mitch has brought that McLaren up to the top 5.
Yeah, up to 5th right now. That's somebody, man, honestly, that has gotten so good over the course of the last, I want to say 3 seasons. I'll even say 3 to 4 seasons. When you guys first came in, and I'm not talking bad about him whatsoever. When you guys first came in, he struggled a little bit, but he got better as the season progressed. And last year, picking up a championship, multiple wins.
Yep.
I mean, when you come in here and you race, because when he first started, he was racing against better talent, I guess. Like like the race, there were so many good people like you guys that came in. When you race against somebody that is really talented or really tough to race against, does that make you better in the long run, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. The best way to get faster is race with people that are going to beat you.
I got you.
Just learn as much as you can. That's kind of how I figured it out along the way, is just jumping into stuff that where I knew I was going to be a big underdog, and just learned as quickly as I could. And
right.
Yeah, you definitely learn much faster from a bunch of fast folks, in the same race than you would if you had if you were just constantly just winning all the time.
I got you.
There's not really that stuff that you can learn to get better.
Here's Terry Dahl, by the way. This is one of the league admins here in the Red Sox Racing Series. Himself and Les Turner. He's in that Hamburg Brewing Company, kind of like a comic book theme. Really awesome car. Absolutely love that paint that he done. Terry and Les do a great job in running this series. I mean,
yeah, sure do.
It really does. I mean, the races are very short. Do you prefer the shorter races? Some of the, like the multi-class races or some of these road leagues, I guess we could say a lot of endurance racing is involved with it, understandably so. Do you like the shorter sprint races?
It just depends.
Right.
I like the longer ones too.
Right.
Like we ran the Daytona 24, our first. That was my first long race here, and ever since I've been racing, and that was really fun.
Right.
So, yeah, I like both formats.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I really do enjoy this league though, because I feel like you can do a night or two of practice, and then you just hop in after work and. In the evening and run for a little bit and have some fun, and you're not dedicating a whole complete evening to doing something in iRacing, especially here in the summer. That's nice.
It's good to have, that's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why this league's been around literally for like 10 years,
Yep.
That, to me, and you know this as well as I do, you've been on iRacing a while, that's impressive in itself.
Oh, yeah.
So hats off to the guys that do this and run this, because that is a lot of work that they put into it.
That is a lot of work to do it. Yep. Agreed. Yep, it's run really well. We have a great time doing it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because I'm not the greatest road racer. I like 3 tracks in road racing. I'm pretty good in GTEs. I love the open wheel stuff, like the oh my gosh, not the Formula V, but the Skip Barbers. I love Skip Barber racing.
Yeah,
I just love
Skippies
it.
are fun.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I really like the Skip.
I love that car. That's about the only ones I'm really good at, or I feel like I'm decent at. But watching you guys, some of the stuff that you do in these cars is so impressive. And sometimes I'm over here just sitting here like, how do they even get them kind of laptops? It's really impressive. Impressive, because if I go out here and do this, even right now, I'd be like 25th or 24th. Like, just being honest, it's pretty cool watching you guys do this. I really do enjoy it.
We work a lot together, and we if we got some newer guys or some guys that are struggling a little bit. We run a lot together to try and push each other along, and it really does show. I mean, the learning that some of our newer guys did, like they figured it out really quickly, and I think it just helped to have a whole team, supporting them.
So. We got a few different races coming up. Summit Point next week. I'm really looking forward to Summit Point. That's going to be fun. Actually, this season, the tracks this season is really good. Summit Point, Donington, Monza Junior, which is going to be really weird, by the way.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah.
Lime Rock Classic, which is going to be good, and Barber. Which one are you looking forward to the most? Probably next week. I'm just going to say it because you're ready to get in the car. But.
Yeah, I would say maybe not just because of the location, but more just like I'm ready to get back at it. So Summit Point for sure. I ran lots of races there, so Summit Point would be fun. Oh, there's Cam getting around somebody.
Yeah,
it may have been a lap car. Yep.
Yeah, that was David Berry. No, that was not David Berry. Who was that? I'm not sure who that was actually. Not quite sure. Oh, it was Roman right there in unfortunately 23rd. But that happens, man. We've all been there, unfortunately, but it is part of it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Don't know what to think of Monza Junior. That could be a good race, or it could be one of them races.
Yeah, I mean GT4s on that track.
Pretty much an oval.
Maybe really good. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect of that one. So of course PG-13 is on Facebook. But what do you guys? Looks like Mark Wilson is wrecked as well.
Yeah, he's is he in the pit?
He's in the pit, but he's been.
Did he get towed?
Yeah, it looked like he's been there for 53 seconds. So.
Oh, okay. Well, something was wrong.
Weatherholt's on pit road. This is scheduled.
Weatherholt's pitting. Okay, that's he's the first one to blink.
Yep, first one to
come in. So his strategy here would be to come out and not have anybody in front of him and just start pounding out hot laps. And if there's anybody that can do that, it's Colin.
Hot laps. Yeah,
he can throw some hot laps together. I don't know if you remember when him and I were running P2 the last race of the last season. I had a little bit of floor damage, and he started running qualifying laps and just ran me right down.
Yeah, the guy, I'm not gonna lie, he's a wheel man. He can race.
Yep.
He's a good driver.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't make mistakes either. He just tends to wear you down.
He's consistent. Yeah.
He'll be back there and wear you down. Yep.
That's true. It makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So he spent a total of 27.8 seconds on pit road. So we'll go by that. David Berry has been on.
See what everyone else does.
Yeah. David Berry was on pit road. He went 26.5, but he actually pitted. It's gonna be interesting to see if he's got to come back in. He actually pitted on lap 6. So.
Okay.
We'll see what that's about.
Yeah, it looks like Mitch is really starting to put some pressure on Cam here.
Yep, and at 45.
Looks like Cam's heading for the pits.
Yes,
Mitch is gonna try and bust out a hot lap right here, and we'll see if he can leapfrog Cam in the pits.
Looks like Brian also on pit road. He pits from second place, so Cameron and Brian both on pit road.
Yep.
What do you guys got going on next as far as a team goes besides, leagues? Do you guys have like an endurance race coming up or anything like that, 24-hour race or anything?
Nothing planned. Right. Like I was saying, we had 2 cars in the Daytona 24, and we both had a great time doing it.
Awesome.
And just with all of us, our spring and summer schedules are a little bit too busy to handle doing that. So
right. Summer's
looking forward to this winter's going to be really good. I think for us, we'll be doing quite a bit more.
Chris Shieldsmith on pit road.
Shieldsmith in the pits. Yep.
So Cameron Bidwell had a 26.1. Shieldsmith's going to have a 29. Make that a 31. Make that a 32.
Looks like he took some fuel.
Yeah, 34 seconds. He actually
either Kim's got to run out or Chris is going to come home with 7 gallons.
Yeah, he spent 15 seconds total in the box. So Bidwell 26.1 compared to a 34. So Chris definitely spent some time in the box, a lot longer. So we should be right here is a good pass. Terry Dahl hasn't pitted yet, but Bidwell going to take that spot. So we're going to be waiting on David Shutt, Alex LaRose, Mitch Heller to really hit pit road, and it looks like LaRose coming this time.
Looks like LaRose is coming, and looks like Mitch stayed out for another lap.
Yes, sir. I absolutely love that paint. That looks good.
That does look good.
I like that orange. So we'll watch Alex here on pit road. I always find pit road interesting to me because, really, you can lose a race on pit road, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I may have driven into the entry of the pit wall a couple times at this place. So.
I got a teammate, Joe Burchett. You know who he is.
Yep.
Literally watched him. I forgot where you guys was racing. He was leading the race at the time, and I can't remember if it was before multi-class or after.
Oh, here we go. Here's the race right here.
Oh, yep.
Who was that behind?
That was
Alex?
Brian. And it looks like...
Okay, I think he might have leapfrogged him in the pits.
He did.
Yep.
And it's pretty interesting with that because they was very close on pit time, 27.0 and 27.1 for Brian. So
I wonder if Brian caught or had a little bit slower outlap maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that allowed Alex to get around. And not by much, just barely.
Could be a little bit slower even getting to the pit line.
It could be it too.
So that's interesting. So we're still waiting on our top 3 to pit. But yeah, like I was saying, Joe was actually coming to pits and he wedged his car between the pit walls so he couldn't go forward or backwards. He was just stuck in the middle as the leader. That was pretty funny. That was a little wild. Here we go. David Shutt on pit road.
Oh, here we go. Yep, here's the race for the lead. It looks like, Mitch is coming too.
Yep, Mitch and David Shutt on pit road. Trent Brown is not there yet. He's coming maybe now, but we're waiting to see. Yeah, he just hit pit road now. So
gotcha.
All 3 are on pit road. So this is going to be pretty interesting.
All right.
Alex,
yeah. We'll see where Mitch and David come out compared to Alex and Brian, and possibly Cam too.
That's true. So there you see David Shutt down and away. Pretty solid, 26.7. And
Okay.
we'll check and see. Alex LaRose going to be second.
There's
right
Alex
there.
coming down. They're going to come right back the way they were before.
So there you go.
Nope. Looks like Cam's
Bidwell.
making the move on
Brian.
Strobrecht.
Yep. And there you see it to his inside. And
Yep,
takes
he's
that
going to
spot
get
away.
it. And Strobrecht is going to late apex and maybe get back to him before this next corner.
Do you always pay attention of who you're racing around as well?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you do. I think everybody does that, but a little interesting right there. But it looks like
Yep.
now Bidwell is going to be able to hold on to
Not
that
going to go
spot.
for it. Yep. Okay. Yep. So both Cam and Alex moved up a spot in that pit cycle and kept the lead. So now it looks like we got a 4-car race for the lead.
Yeah, the thing about Shutt, he's going to be tough to get around. You know that.
Yep.
Gonna be interesting.
I'm actually quite impressed with Mitch hanging in there in the McLaren. We'll keep hearing about how slow that thing is
100%,
versus the other two cars, and he's making it look really good if it's that much slower.
So you're still watching Alex right now.
Yep.
And pretty much about where we. I mean, it's going to basically come to a mistake, I think, or Alex really going to have to put down some hot laps.
Yeah, I'm really curious to watch what our tire wear is like here in this last quarter of the race. The BMW is a bigger car, so it may do something to the tires that the Porsche doesn't, or maybe the Porsche is just a little bit quicker over an average lap time for 20 laps, and the BMW. Just watching and see what it looks like.
This is Chris Shieldsmith who we're watching right now. He's actually up 6 positions from where he originally started. He spent that long time on pit road. I mean, honestly, you can't say too much. It's not bad.
He's not too far out of the top 10.
Yeah, he's right there. I mean, Terry's right there in front of him.
A mistake from anybody up there in the top 10, and he'll be there.
So we'll see what happens with that. Actually, as soon as I say that, I was showing. Well, I'm not seeing Nikhil. Did he miss his box? No, he didn't miss it. I don't know why it's not counting.
Yeah, Nikhil looks like he's in 6th. And Trent's working on him right now, actually.
So we'll see if that happens. Do you guys have any rules, I guess, when racing teammates? I know you can't give too much away with that, but...
Yeah, not really.
I didn't know, because I know some guys,
just don't run each other over,
that's
I guess.
Thing. There you go. That's pretty much what we tell our guys. Just don't kill each other.
Yeah, we don't. It's not something we ever really talk about or anything. It's just
I think it's just a respect thing. Yeah, everybody kind of knows.
Yeah, like we were saying, most of us met each other either through RC racing or through work or some sort of racing related.
So if somebody makes you mad, do you just go over and stomp on his RC car? Or that's a good idea. Remember what you did with Thursday night? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just something I think we all just kind of knew from our previous experiences. So yeah, biggest thing is just don't take out your teammate, I guess.
It's pretty cool. I think we've talked about this before, but it's pretty neat that a lot of you guys kind of know each other, real life wise. It's pretty awesome. So.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like Matt. I think I've known Matt for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
Just through RC stuff. Yep. And then a couple other guys on the team just as long too. So.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, there's not really nobody in your team that's bad. Not to be mean to everybody else that struggles here and there, but all your guys are actually pretty good.
Yeah. We've got it's pretty cool because we've got a pretty strong team, and like a lot of our guys are new.
They're fast.
Matt hadn't really been doing it for very long. Keith is pretty new. I think Keith is probably in this less than a year still.
Really?
Yep. And then Alex is still fairly new in iRacing, iRacing wise too.
Wow.
Yep. So there's just a lot of these guys are just naturally good at it too.
You're just over saying like eventually they're going to get even better, and then you're going to have to deal with them.
Yeah. It's funny because I honestly don't think I'm one of the fastest guys on the teim. There's a couple names there that I think are probably better than I am. So
you might be a little bit being a little bit hard on yourself. I think you're a lot.
We're watching one of them right here.
Yeah, Alex is putting a lot of pressure right now on David.
Yep.
And I mean, one of the things I like about your team, and I've said it before, and I've I don't remember if I told it to you or someone else in your team, but the way you guys race is really respectful. Like, you're not going to go out there and wreck the guy to move him, you know?
Nope.
Like, we're sitting here watching
Unless it's
this right
Nikhil.
now.
Unless it's Nikhil, then we'll run Nikhil
You
over.
just run him over.
Yep.
And that'd be okay. But no, I mean, you guys all race really respectful, especially your other drivers that race you with respect as well. That's what I really like about it.
Yep. Yeah, we have a good time with it.
So we are
Yeah,
coming
looks
to
like
2 laps to go.
Cam is starting to reel the top two guys in here too.
Yeah, looking at the last laps by, Cam was a 10th faster than second.
Yeah.
But David was a little slower.
Visibly
last time
they're getting in. Yep. Yeah, visibly they look like they are definitely getting closer.
You see Shutt. I want to check the times right here again to see what Shutt runs. 5.57 to a 4.84 to Bidwell's 2.42. So
yeah, I was gonna say Bidwell's not messing around right now.
He knows it's go time. 2 laps to go. He don't care off track at all. He's going to take it.
Yep. He wants some.
He wants
to be up there. Yep.
Hey, that's good though. It's good to push like that. I mean, why not? They know you're not here, man. Take advantage of it. I mean, let's just be honest. If one of your competition's not here, try to take advantage of it. You know, whether a teammate or not. I mean,
yeah, we got 2 to go here, and we've got ourselves looks about a three horse race, maybe 4. Brian's not far back there, and Mitch is just there too. So, look, I think we're starting to see this tire wear thing.
Be interesting.
I think we're starting to see I think we're starting to see the tire wear. Alex is really closing in on the first part of the corner,
especially in where like the technical part. I've noticed that.
Yep.
He's that.
Yep, sure is.
They close in quite a bit.
Yeah, it's gonna be right here too. Then that BMW is gonna out accelerate him down through this straightaway.
It's going to be interested right here with another BMW. Get ready to go into this other turn right in front of them. A lap car. That's going to be tightening things up, I'm sure.
Yep.
It looks like, I'm not sure who that is. It may be Mark Wilson. Yeah, I think it is. Maybe.
Okay. Yep. Looks like he's moving out of the way, so that's
Jim.
cool.
I'm sorry. That is Jim. So, yeah, he gets out of the way. Then you see the BMW with the white flag being displayed this time. Alex going to put it to him here. Let's see.
Yeah, this is where that BMW, the couple extra ponies under the hood of that thing really helps, because in this GT4 cars, you got to pass going into the corner and get position. And with that little extra oomph down the straightaway with the BMW, it makes a big difference, especially here, because you got a lot of lower speed corners. Oh, looks like Alex is close. Maybe not close enough. Let's see.
This is going to be interesting right here in this next turn.
Yep, this might be the race right here. Yep, he's going to move to the inside. If Alex can get position on the outside and hold it, he'll have advantage. And that's exactly what he's trying to do right here. Yep, not quite.
Bidwell closed in a little bit there as well.
Bidwell's closing in too.
So good racing here here.
Might be the race right there.
Yeah, he's going to open it up a little bit right there.
Yeah, David Shutt's opening back up.
See, he may have one more chance. Maybe he's got to get a good run out of this corner. It's going to be tough. We'll see. He's heading
It's
towards
going to
the
be
final
tough. Yeah, it's the way these next 2 corners collapse on themselves. It's going to be really hard to get by. Yep, I think. Looks like Shutt's got it. Cam's looking the inside. There just wasn't any room.
Yes, sir. David Shutt working off the final corner. He's going to pick up the win here at Mid-Ohio, followed by the PG-13. Yep. Alex LaRose, Cam Bidwell going to finish in P3. Straubbeck with a good finish as well in P4. Mitch Heller going to cross in P5. And this is
another the McLaren up there. Nice job.
Yes, sir. McLaren. Actually, I think that is the only McLaren. No, we got another one inside the top 10 with Terry Dawes. So only 2 McLarens.
Okay, there we go.
10. Yep. But this is another interesting aspect of this league. You've got to make it back around, which is really interesting.
Yeah. One of those guys had a shorter pit stop. I don't remember who that was. We'll see if they make it all the way around.
I think.
Was it Cam had a short pit stop, right?
I think so. I think it was Bidwell. Yeah.
He's pretty legendary as far as putting just the least amount of fuel in there is possible.
He is out right now, by the way.
He is out of fuel.
He is out of gas. He is like clutching. He's in 6th gear right now.
Yeah, we'll see if he makes it back.
That's a long way to go. And that's one of the things, like, you can't get no help from nobody, so it's like,
Nope. Yeah, we learned that one. We joke about it. in the league that there's the PG-13 rule. That was added to the rule book for pushing someone around.
He's going to coast down the hill and hopefully gets enough. It's going to be interesting when we interview him. Hopefully he makes it back because I hate when people, I get it's a rule, but it does stink for the drivers, to.
Yeah, well, it's the same for everybody.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's, it's a rule that you got to make it over the hill. Well, you made it over the hill.
He's going to make it over that hill, but I think he might be done. Yep.
Well, everybody else is going to make it back to pit road at least.
Yep.
Well, you get to give him a hard time about that. Yep, there.
Yep, but I don't blame him for taking the chance at it. Yeah, when whatever software you're saying says put this much fuel in, you click her down a couple ticks.
So this is going to be interesting because I want to bring in Cameron Bidwell first because Paul Gibson's not here. Or David, there he is. I said Paul Gibson, by the way. But we do got Cameron Bidwell. This is going to be kind of a fun interview here because we got two teammates literally in the same channel now. Cameron finishing in P3. Unfortunately, ran out of gas there, man. But still, fun race to watch from here.
Oh, my gosh, man. That was absolutely amazing. And
how many clicks on Pit Wizard did you go down?
Mistakes were made. Let's just say that. No, that was an absolute blast out there tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty fun because we had your teammate up here calling you guys racing too. That was something a little bit different. But man, talk about it. GT4 Mid Ohio. It's just a 6, quick race series that we got going on here. A lot of fun. But do you guys like being all in the same class once again?
I mean, personally, I like that because when we're broken up into 3 different classes, you just have so many fast drivers that are split up, and so finally being able to race against like all of the top people in every class. I mean, it just makes for unbelievable racing. I mean, you guys saw it. It's just 1 second for the top 4 cars for the majority of the race.
For sure. Paul, you got anything you want to ask him?
No, I don't think so. I was just curious to see how much fuel he took out from what was suggested, and
so I think my crew chief
we're saying in the broadcast, Cam's pretty legendary at that and making it work.
Yeah, well, normally I have a tow. I forgot this entire race. I was like just wide open trying to play catch up the entire time. I lost it a little bit at the beginning, and I just let crew chief handle it, and sometimes you just need to get a new crew chief.
Crew chief may be fired after this. Man, that was fun to watch. He was actually working him back down pretty good. Any shout-outs or anything you want to give out before we interview your other teammate?
I just want to shout out to everybody, in Red Sox in general. I mean, this is such an unbelievable league. We really enjoy racing with all of you guys. We love the broadcasting. Everyone's extremely friendly. So always thanks for the teammates, but just thanks for everyone who puts this on and makes this happen because we have an absolute blast, and this is our go-to league for sure. For
sure, man. Awesome. Congrats on third. We'll talk to you next week, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, Alex LaRose is going to be in P number 2. Man, you did pretty good. You can't be too disappointed. Started 4th, finished 2nd. Almost had a chance there, but couldn't get to his inside.
Yeah, I'm super happy with how the race went. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get a good lap in for qualifying. Couldn't put it together, but that was so fun racing with everyone at the front. Everyone in this field, honestly, is just so close. And close racing is fun racing. Otherwise, we're just driving by ourselves. I think at Mid Ohio, it can be hard to pass.
For sure.
These cars really need pretty long straights to get a good run, but nonetheless, it was fun racing. I had one opportunity to pass David at the end, but just couldn't make it stick.
Yeah, and of course, next week things get pretty interesting. Talk about that, man. Summit Point, a track that a lot of people are familiar with, especially here on iRacing. Talk about going there, especially this GT4.
I did an hour-long race at Summit Point with WDCR in these cars, and man, it is bumpy, and it could be hard to control these things, especially without a tailored setup for the course. I think it's going to be pretty hard to drive there, but it makes for some good racing, some good tight technical tracks. So.
And then you got to run against this guy over here that was in the booth tonight. And Paul, do you got any questions for him, Paul?
No, I don't think Alex has too much to worry about next week.
Yeah, honestly, Paul's a chump, so I don't worry about it.
Just wreck him, right into turn 1. Nah, man, good job.
Good job, Alex.
Yeah, for sure, man. Any shout outs you want to give out? You did do a great job.
Just the whole PG-13 squad, of course, and then kind of mirroring what Cameron said. This whole field is just awesome, and it's awesome being back racing with these guys. So shout out to everyone.
For sure, man. Hey, good job tonight on second.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, buddy. All right. There's our interviews. Paul, all in all, we don't have David in here, but all in all, pretty solid racing, man, especially up front. That was some good racing there towards the end.
That was good. Yep, that was good. It was really interesting to see the, people diving for the pits a little bit earlier than other ones, and then trying to get out and bust out a couple hot laps. It worked for a couple guys, like Alex and Cam. Well, almost Cam.
Sure.
Yeah, a couple of the other folks. I think they leapfrog Sturbeck. It really interesting to see the pit strategy there, and just kind of echoing what Alex said. It's just hard to pass here, and the easiest place to do it is in the pits. So
we do got David Shutt joining us in the booth after a P1 finish. David, congratulations, man, picking up the win here at Mid Ohio in the first race of the Summer Series. That's got to feel pretty good, I think.
Yeah, it does. That was kind of surprising.
The BMW.
Yeah, I know. I kind of wanted to pick the hard team. Give us fast guys a challenge. I haven't done a race since the new build, so I don't know if they changed the BOP at all.
Right.
But it was definitely a struggle. You could see those Porsches were probably faster. I just needed to keep them behind me, which I was able to do.
Yeah, man. It looked like, right there at the end, you was able to, I don't want to say outbreak, but it kind of looked like you was able to outbreak Alex a little bit going into, I forgot what turn it was, but able to keep him behind you in that little section. But all in all, man, a pretty good race. Was you surprised by how well the BMW ran tonight? And what's your thoughts next week heading to Summit Point?
I don't know if I was surprised. I guess, I was a little bit surprised. But I definitely think the BMW were slower, because those guys, if they had gotten around me, they definitely would have pulled away easily.
Right.
But next week, Summit Point, that's kind of a tight track. I'm not sure what car I'll run. Probably the BMW, just to keep it the same for the rest of the season, but should be interesting.
Yeah, for sure, especially a place where a lot of people already know the track layout and all that stuff, so that's going to make things fun. Man, congratulations, a big win here in week 1. Is there any shout-outs you want to give out?
I'd just like to thank all the admins here and you guys for broadcasting.
Hey, dude, good job tonight. Congratulations.
Yep, nice job, David. Congrats.
Thanks, guys.
There you go. There's David Shutt with the win here tonight. Congratulations to him. Paul, man, you're ready to get back out there in the car next week and see if you can
I'm jumping in the bid to get back in there. Yep.
Well, dude, I hope you have a good vacation. Seriously, that was awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for setting this up so I could hop in there and join you in the booth. So
sure.
That was cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. That will do it for us tonight, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. A little bit different style of broadcast tonight, but I absolutely loved it. So you guys have a great night. Take